continuing of the same. If finances or ego or motivation to achieve something is not the reason why you're doing something, where do you find motivation to do something?
Yeah. Is this what you've been looking at in yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So I would like to explore that with you.
Yeah. Well, it's a great question, and for many people, when they lose the motivation for this me, ego, then most people will end up just not doing anything, like hardly finding a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
And many people flip into depression at that point, because everything's pointless. I'm not going to get anything special for me anymore, so yeah, well, what's the point of even living? And there isn't a point, because any point is the thinking.
Right.
And then you see, well, that's just thinking, and that's also thinking, and that's also thinking. So yeah, it does leave you with a wide open gap of not knowing how to move or not move, how to navigate it all in your life. And it's important to feel that gap, to fall into that gap, actually. To feel maybe like feeling lost, to really acknowledge that you just don't know. You just don't know how to do anything or who to do it all for. It's really important to acknowledge that you don't know, instead of rushing to replace that motivation with some other motivation, because that's only going to be thought again dressed up in some different outfit. But to really see that every single motivation is thought. That actually, I don't know. This is a real surrender of the thinking. I just don't know. I'm not the one in charge. I can't decide or move in any way. I just don't know. And this surrender of thought gives so much more space to start to notice where life is already moving. So it's not anything that you need to do. It's noticing the natural flow where life is already going. Because often it's quite a subtle sense, but it's happening out of our control. But we're so busy trying to decide what to do or where to go, get some motivation for all these other reasons, that we overlook this natural flow. And when thought surrenders and says, I just don't know how to do it, then there's space to feel that and sense that flow. That life is moving you, whether you like it or not. Whether it fits into your ideas or not, life is moving you in any particular direction. So then you just stand aside and let it move you. This is
more letting go.
Yeah, it's total let go. Yeah. So there is no motivation for me anymore.
Right.
But as life itself, your motivation is always going to be to know yourself, like this or like that, to explore yourself. But you don't get anything special out of it.
No, okay, yeah.
You never get to a point where it's all explored.
No.
You don't ever get a prize.
No.
And you don't care for one, you don't need it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.